Ding dong bing bong. Good morning, Freedom Campers. Today is, well, it's day 3, I guess. Day 2. I've already checked the car over. I've had a good night's sleep. I've had a shower, and I've put oil in, made sure I've got enough oil, make sure I've got enough coolant, make sure I've got, I found out some fantastic things about the car last night. The back seat comes down and folds over, and it's just like, I was like, what? So, I'll show you that later. Or maybe I'll show you that now while I'm talking. Today's mish is I'm going to map out the window space and cut out some privacy blinds. And then I'm going to mount still the charger thing that's going to hold the phone so that I can speak to you guys. And and hoovering. I'm going to hoover and clean the car. I have already evicted the spiders, so they weren't impressed. They asked what they did, and unfortunately I said they didn't introduce themselves before they moved in, and didn't allow me to name them. If I ever name a spider, then that spider has to stay. I'm not completely yummy about spiders being on me, but being in my presence is okay as long as they stay in their corner and I stay in my corner. So, you know, we should have, I think it's equal rights for critters and humans. I don't think they're less than. I just think, you know, like when I've decided to live somewhere, which this is my domicile now, I have the right to evict people who haven't stated their intentions. Storage could be good. I'm a keen crocheter, or crotch eater, as my son likes to call it, and I've got these hooks in the car. I feel like I could have some kind of dinky donk up here that I could also put things in. Alright, so I've got the first bit of the hoovering done, the general, you know, get rid of all of the real grubbiness. But I've run into a bit of a snag, right, and it's twofold. The first one is that my beautiful friend has a beautiful property with all of these trees around, which are coming into the car faster than I can clean them out. So as you can see, I started there, and then now there's more tree. But look, the dirt is my main priority, the dust and the dirt, which leads me to the second problem, which is this, and this is probably an ADHD problem. So I've had this car for approximately 3 months, and I was just using it to get to and from places, and so I didn't really get a deep clean in, or because I just needed a car. So I've no idea what kind of meth hole this has come from. It just went and it got a warrant, and I was like, great. So yeah, the part of my brain that's pedantic, because we don't do jobs by half, we give 110% every time, is really struggling just being able to only do half the job. So I'm going to have to come up with a plan, a dastardly plan, which I feel like is going to involve me just sitting in here with, number one, Dettol wipes. I love Dettol wipes. I know they're so bad for the environment, but I love them so much. And number two, I've seen a few hacks online, but that would take me getting some things, and it could be quite interesting. But I think I can do it, but just not with the tools that I've got at hand today. So, yeah, me and Mr. Skelly Bones. Say hello, Mr. Skelly. Oh, he's shy. Come on, Mr. Skelly Bones. Yeah, there you go. Me and Mr. Skelly Bones are going to take a trip, possibly to the laundrette and to the supermarket, get some Dettol wipes, and then probably make a plan of action about where we're going to sleep tonight. Who knows, but we will be sleeping a lot cleaner and a lot more comfortable. So, good job us. High five. Kia ora, campers. Right, back on the road. Oh, look at my eyes. Get blind. Back on the road. It's now coming up late, so 6:30. I don't have far to travel. I think that I'm sort of soft heading for an area that I know is kind of nice, and I'm going to have a look around, see if I can find somewhere feasible to stay. No. I did get a bit down earlier, just quite quietly on the down low. I think that when I've told people that, especially my best friend, that I'm going to be sleeping in my car, very concerned is the it brings a stigma with it, that, you know, like, oh, it's that bad, is it? You know, I'm like, it's not actually that bad. I'm now a freedom camper by choice, essentially, because I've been flatting in places, and I stayed with a friend for a while, and before that I had 4.5 years of being in the same house, and I did enjoy it. What I don't enjoy is this juxtaposition between having flatted and people having the say so to remove me from said properties, and it's jarring to me. I dislike the change. So the benefit that this brings me and my mental health is that the car is mine. Nobody can take the car off me, and as long as I stay within the legal parameters, then I'm perfectly fine to stay in here. And nobody can do anything about that. No one can change it. No one can rearrange it. I'm large and in charge, and I'm ready to jump on a barge. No, that's weird. it's going to be a big deal. Watching and editing this is going to be a big deal for me. I'm often very negative about myself, and do you know what? I'll be really impressed if I get a video up. Just one video. That'll mean something to me. But yeah, it'll be... If you're watching this now, you're seeing something that took a lot out of me and for me to produce. This is crazy. These birds are not dive bombing me per se, but just all around. I don't know, they're like little fantails or something. I wonder if they have a nest in this tree. Sorry dudes, I know that you don't want me anywhere near yous, but this is fascinating. What are you keeping me away from? Or are they looking for food or what? They come back up and sit on this branch. They're looking for food. These mad birds just flying. I hate to say it, but they're like super puntable. If I wasn't an awesome person. Jeez guys, there's some ducks. Here he comes again. Whoa, that's mad. What are you doing? I've never seen ducks just so peacefully sleeping, like right next to you. This is the path to the beach. This is where the ducks have decided to have a little nap, have a little moy, have a little non-eyes. Just proper chill. This park must get a lot of attention. The animals are unbelievably tame. And here it is, my first find of the start of my adventure. A beautiful, beautiful beach that was moments from where I've lived for almost 10 years. There's obviously a crazy amount of obviously a crazy amount of conservation. Whoa, that took a lot. As you know, like there's no sort of built pathways as such. There's a few things around that like protect certain parts of it or guide you in a way. But I was just reading a sign that says that they've left the dunes in because the dunes help the native plants and grasses grow, which in turn hold more flora and fauna that are you know, the life cycle of everything and anything. Somebody's built a mad little hut. There are some walks around here. I'd really love to come back when it's like not almost dark and do some of them and see what you can see. Just goes to show you, when you're not looking, what is on your very doorstep. I bet that water's good right about now. Oh boy. Well, this is just amazing. This is truly, you know, just picked me up from this afternoon where I was feeling a bit gone and wondering what was going to balance out the not very cool things about living in your car, and there is an element to it where I joined a few groups, so a few freedom camping groups, and all that seems to be posted on there is, no, oh, don't go to this beach, they don't like campers. Oh, they went to this beach at 3 o'clock in the morning, they're banging on my doors and they're moving us on, and I'm like, oh my god, that's gonna happen to me. If somebody bangs on my car door at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna literally wet myself first, or maybe then it might be a series of both, sprinkler. But I suppose that this is one of the places that, you know, this sign says no freedom camping. But I mean, you can kind of understand why. It's a beautiful, beautiful beach. It is one of the most beautiful beaches I've seen. And there's no freedom camping, and they close the gates at 9, and they don't allow any dogs, not even in the cars, and there are lots and lots of rules. But even with the restrictions, and even with, it says there's a ranger on site at all times, and even with that, there is visible signs of littering and things left behind. I've seen shopping bags and socks and, you know, bits of paper, and so even with all of that, there's still, you know, things that will ruin the delicate ecosystem that goes on here. evening, Freedom Campers. Or morning. Not quite sure which I should acknowledge. It's about 3:30. I have yet to get to sleep. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm sort of trying to take in my surroundings, and I've got a bit of a headache. The the car is reasonably comfortable. I've had to adjust the mat a few times, but it is a gym mat, so it is just sort of lying straight on a gym mat. But yeah, got a bit of a headache, and it is a little bit rough sleeping on the gym mat. So there's more pillows to be had. I think there's more comfage to be doing, which I've got access to. I just haven't properly. I'm just not quite there yet with the bed. There has been suggestions that the airflow in here could be an issue. And I have opened the door a couple of times just to let some fresh air in. I don't want to leave any of the windows open, really. Like security-wise, that doesn't feel right to me. But there is a ridge here from the outside, so like if I cracked them a little bit, then the security issue I think would be solid. But the mosquitoes are massively they're out in force, and I am like an all-you-can-eat buffet when it comes to mosquitoes. They have no trouble getting in and getting what they need and buzzing off and leaving me scratching for dear life, and possibly with typhoid. No, not typhoid. That doesn't happen in New Zealand. But nature will find a way. So yeah, I got up and went for a walk down to the toilets. I've parked a reasonable way away, because there's lots of street lights and stuff around the toilets. But yeah, I'm just going to wait for the paracetamol to kick in, and then hopefully I can get my head down before I start my new job tomorrow. Alright. Night 2. She'll be right.